Hello, Mass Effect Protocol fans. This is Edward Bosco, the voice of Mila Septimus, bringing you a very special Mass Effect Protocol commentary of Episode 1. And I've got a giant cast of characters with me. I have the lead of our beautiful production, Mr. Xander Mobus, also known as Captain Terran Cronis.
How do you do?
We have both of his lieutenants, the very talented Austin Lee Matthews and Jason R. Wallace, who voice Lieutenant Arcos Hollith and Lieutenant Kern Granz, respectively.
Howdy.
Hello.
And just because we didn't want this to be a sausage fest, we also have the wonderfully talented Rina Adachi, who is the voice of Rada'Zehm, our favorite Quarian. No offense to Mark.
Hello.
Hello. So, just because I'm curious, Austin, you did arrange this first song and pretty much most of the music throughout the first episode, right?
Yeah, about 90% of the music, yeah.
I gotta say that's impressive.
Thanks, man.
Oh, speaking of our glorious leader, Mark Allen Jr., here he is as Commander Paris.
Yes.
So, Xander, I gotta ask you, what was your thought process when you were first auditioning for Terran? Like, how did you view him in your mind?
Basically, if you took Morden and made him a badass. More of a badass. Like,
I was about to say, are you calling Morden not an
like,
amazing
okay, that was like
Solarian?
No, like, I love Morden's, but he's kind of the geeky sort of glasses pushing up, and he's awesome, but he's not like. I wanted to take that and like give him like kind of the shepherd attitude of like business, we got to kick ass, all that kind of stuff.
So you upgraded him from Clint Eastwood to Liam Neeson?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm okay with that upgrade.
Which is funny you mention that, because this is actually the voice I use for Terran, and they just pitch him up.
It's a true story.
It is, yeah.
I would like to point out that you also let your whole squad get killed. Like, what's up with that, bro? Like, are you that bad at commanding?
I didn't like those fuckers.
Oh.
They had a like a squadron pinochle game going, and they wouldn't let me play, and so let those fuckers die.
Well,
they had it coming.
Can I say fuck in this, by the way?
I don't know. I think we're trying to keep it for a PG thing, but I'll just bleep out anything we don't want.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the podcast is rated explicit anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So, guys, this commentary is going to do nothing to quell the R rating that we've given the show.
Children, if you've never heard the word fuck before, well, yeah.
I like that Mark basically had to go, so I know you got everybody killed. I know you're inept as a commander. But we basically have nobody else, so here's a really important mission.
I mean, that's how I achieve everything in my life, man, is like there's nobody else there. You're the default.
That's unfortunate that they had to rely on Xander Mobus, Commander-in-Chief.
I know. It's the worst thing.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's great.
I'm also pretty sure that, like, Mark created Commander Paris for a Mass Effect tabletop game. And
he did.
And imported him.
I can confirm this.
Yes, and he imported him into Protocol, which I think is kind of cool.
That's right. We should. Can we mention what our glorious leader, Mark Allen Jr., is doing right now?
Yeah, actually, as we speak, Mark Allen Jr. and our lead writer, Xanalis Grimm, are playing tabletop D&D, which means there is no way they could possibly know what we're going to drop on them. They have no idea this is happening.
So this is like bootleg Mass Effect Protocol.
This is all of the actors going, we do more than read lines, we can be productive and create content because we love all of you guys.
Yay.
Yes.
Nobody loves you guys more than me, though.
Well, that's beautiful. Oh, this is a big moment. This is where we find out that you are a member of the Spectres.
Yes, I am. Haha. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that line, just that sir, what I mean, and then just Mark just noted. That's my favorite line in the whole episode.
Yeah. This is actually, it's kind of a trip going back and re-listening to this because Mark was actually directing me live on the first episode. He hasn't since because I think he's just, production's been kind of nuts, so it makes sense he doesn't have time to direct everybody. But, so it's kind of a trip listening to it because we did this live, and now we're all pitched up and Solarianified, and it's just kind of weird.
And we're also going to meet one of my favorite characters in the whole show right now. Mr. Jason R. Wallace is about to make his debut.
Thank you.
Yes, I guess I have to point out that your comedic timing in this show is one of my favorite aspects of it, because it's like this serious cast of characters, and then you are always just like brilliantly funny at all of the perfect times.
Oh, well, I knew from the get-go that I was pinned as the classic the humor injection into the deep conflict, you know. So.
And how hard was that line that you had to do? The one where you basically had to do like a paragraph or two in one breath.
It was incredibly hard. One of the bloopers where I like freak out and fizz and then smack my head on the table, that was not a blooper. That actually just happened. I have a very large purple welt there.
Ow!
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry. I don't think we're paid with any sort of compensation. So
no,
I hope you were.
There is no jokesman's compensation.
No.
Just battle scars, man.
Yes.
I do like that my favorite of your lines is actually a blooper that Mark put in. Just that, oh, God.
It's a very
I just
appalling,
love that
oh,
it was
God.
Yeah, it's
not
a little
intentional,
fall in.
but it works right there.
Oh, beautiful. I like that Commander Paris has to point out, like, listen, you have a lot of important people to get, but this one right here, this one is important.
This must be a very special operative.
It is really trippy hearing the pitch on my voice.
People can hear you talking naturally now.
I know,
like,
but
this is not how you actually speak.
I know, but so I thought I could do this voice live. Like I figured I was like they didn't alter my voice that much. But then this was the first time I've gone back and re-listened to it in a while, and I totally forgot that. You know, normally he's just very much in here, and I assume they just put a bit of a filter on him, but he was still mainly here. But no, he's way up there.
Yeah, they pitch him up. He doesn't pitch him up that much. He pitches him up, I think, by maybe a cent. But it's just enough that it's just like, whoa, halo.
There's a quality to the pitching that is like not obvious that it's pitched, but it's also not terribly easy to replicate naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put them side by side, it's like, oh, chipmunk, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a little. It's wigging me out, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, anybody who's ever played Mass Effect is used to the red tape, and you are running into it hardcore right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here on official N7
Well,
business.
N7, you don't say. Come on in.
In that case.
Wow. Okay, fine. Be specific.
I don't know about the Quarians, but there sure are a Rada'Zehm.
Oh, God. And you are now fired.
Thank you.
And this is why he was not cast as Kern. This is why you were Hollith. How dare you, sir?
I'm above that shit. All right.
I've told that joke to Mark, and he gave me just this look of just like, you fucking asshole. You ruined everything. How could you?
I told you, it's like a stand-up routine when you do bloopers. It's line, stand-up routine, line, impression, line, song, line, impression. It's beautiful.
I have fun with what I do. What can I say?
So what's the deal with Quarians?
What is the deal with Quarians anyway?
I just flew in from the Citadel. Boy, are my arms tired.
Waka waka.
Hey, Terran. What? I need to borrow your blaster, Terran.
I'm not encouraging
I love that
Oh,
he
hey,
wrote in.
mate.
It's like you can only have 3 people come aboard, and I'm like, nice, very, very nice. No real reason why there can only be 3 people. It's just like you can only have 3 people. Sure.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Well,
A
even in the
blatant
game, they
nod
don't
to the
like
game.
it's. They can't be like, well, guys, breaking the fourth wall. We can't have like 4 or 5 people on screen at the same time. So just 3, just 3.
I really want, as a side note, at one point for me to be able to like just be in a discussion with somebody, some random person in like some location, and just go, I should go.
Any idea what kind of information they're trading?
You know, you should work on your shepherd. That's not very good.
You're, oh my god, up yours, Bosco. Nobody likes you.
This is true.
I should go. Hey guys, I'm Bosco. Let me do my shepherd for you. I should go.
Wow, you just made him like. That's not even different than your impression of me.
No, that was my impression
That was
of
his
you.
impression of you.
But it was your impression of me doing shepherd. It was just me.
That's because
So
that's
you're
what
trying
your
to say
shepherd
something
is.
here?
Yes, I am absolutely trying to
okay.
say something.
Oh, and hey, I hear a familiar voice, Miss Adachi.
Oh, me? Yeah, I was just listening to you guys' commentary. I completely forgot I was in the room.
Well, welcome to the episode as our Quarian lady friend.
Yes.
So I have to ask, how familiar were you with like the Quarian accent when you were auditioning for the role?
First of all, I don't do accents very often. First, when I actually auditioned for the role and Mark said, okay, I auditioned without any accent. And he came back and he was like, can you try doing an accent? And I'm like, no. How about not? But yeah, in the end, that didn't work out, so that's what happened.
So he forced you to do it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think it's fantastic. Like, you sound like you were ripped right out of the game. It
works,
it's really interesting.
I still don't know what accent it's supposed to be. Is it...
Hungarian.
It's supposed to be Hungarian, and then there's other accents that are also within the Quarian fleet. But I mean, I think you do a fantastic. You and Mark both, like, you really match up well.
Yay, progress.
Yeah. So are
they
you a
kind
fan
of
of the when you
fluctuate.
play, like, you've played Mass Effect? I mean, were you familiar with them beforehand?
Yeah, I love Mass Effect, but I like the Krogans. I don't think I can play a Krogan, so I'm like, okay, well.
Don't sell yourself short.
No. As of right now, Mark, make it happen. Rina is playing a Krogan.
Yes.
Done.
And don't
my
pitch
man
her.
voice.
Don't pitch her.
Yeah.
Speaking of Krogan, you guys just narrowly escaped death, so well played.
I mean, it's what we do.
Yeah, because right now, Xander, you're being kind of like a badass, just all like, hey,
When am I
would you like me to
not?
stab you in the face? No, you should walk away.
Oh,
You should go. You should go, Krogan. You should
I
go.
love the idea of like an intimidating Solarian because they're just so tiny, and I don't know why. It's just...
I like that sound that you made. That when Mark put it through the filter, it was just like this. When you put something through the Quarian filter that sounds really like cute and squeaky and high pitched, it just turns into. Oh.
That was okay. So how hard was it for you to get all the tech talk? Just kind of like how Jason had to go through that long paragraph in
Oh
one
my
breath.
gosh,
Was
that
it-
line took me forever, and I wasn't that happy with it in the end anyway, so I was like, dang it, but...
I'm gonna give you props. I think it sounds good. So you did fine.
It sounds smart and fangirly, and that's kind of what she is. So,
Well, yeah, because she's the tech savvy one.
and she freaks out about like tech a lot.
Everything, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great.
she is the otaku equivalent of whatever tech is.
There you go.
Oteku?
Otaku, there we go.
Techaboo.
I was
Techaboo.
gonna say Apple
God, we've
fanboys,
broken it.
but
We've
that works
broken
too.
the universe.
Don't divide by zero, kids.
So this is one of those moments where you've pretty much shown the entire repertoire. You got on to Ilium, then you had to be like, I'm going to be Mr. Super Tough Guy, and now you have to be like, Negotiator Dude. It's the faces of Terran.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yes, I'm talking to the other person who plays Terran.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part of
Yes,
it.
as
Tumblr
Terran,
is very distracting. No, Terran's legitimately a very fun character to play, just because he is. It's not an archetype I get to play a lot, with that militaristic sort of, and it's nice that he definitely is very business a lot of the time, but I don't know, it never gets boring to play, which I imagine a lot of like just.
I'm here to be the tough guy. All right, cool.
Would be. So yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on. I really enjoy Terran.
I
I just like
remember-
that he's a sass master.
He is a sass master.
I'll be busy saving lives.
Yeah, it's like, dang.
Yeah.
Snap. I picture him snapping at a Z after that, even though you don't hear it. And then
snap
like his whole
internally.
crew just going like, ooh.
Oh, damn!
You can see Hollith and Kern in the background like, yeah.
I just lay down a beat, just go.
That should happen.
Yeah.
Just like the three Solarians just sitting like on a porch somewhere.
Guys, we should do a rap. Let's do this.
I feel like I need to animate this in Gmod now.
Yeah.
That should absolutely be a thing that happens. I will say, when you were telling me about the auditions and the ones you were setting in for, I totally had you pegged for the Krogan, but because like I'm like, oh yeah, when I think Motley, I think deep gruff, I think Krogan, and when I saw that you booked the lead, I was like, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. But this might not be a note many people would know unless they've seen the audition lines. We actually used the Krogan line in your voiceover demo.
We did, yeah.
Just because we were like, Mark Allen, are you crazy? Listen to this.
We changed it a little bit, and I think
we did change it a little
I think
bit. But
he's
we
a
were
little
like,
bit more Brooklyn.
you don't know what you're missing. We're putting this in his demo.
Like,
that new sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this.
Listen to this.
I think he's a little bit more Brooklyn. Like, I think he was kind of like,
You know, it went from just blah, 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 or whatever to like, yeah, you know, sort of.
Yeah.
and it was just,
It was,
yeah.
you know that tank?
Yeah.
The one who soaks up all the bullets for you? He's under a friggin' broom!
You
And I was like,
fucking
yes.
mook.
But
Oh man, that's funny.
yeah, no, the
Oh, my
character
God.
I really wanted to get is the guy you got, Mr. Bosco.
Well, he shows up a little bit later, but yeah.
I remember I spent the most time on those auditions. He's just like, God damn, I fucking love Turians. They're like the biggest badasses in the galaxy.
I don't know anybody that doesn't like Turians, to be fair.
Turians are freaking cool.
They really are. But
But
Then this son of a bitch with his
perfect goddamn me-list got it. Like stupid
So-
dumb person.
speaking of, I think they're about to discover said Turian in the dossiers.
Before that, do you
This
know
is
what's going on
this was always a funny scene to me because I just love that he brought them on the ship and like the first thing he does is, by the way, I need to use you for something. Excuse me. You have knowledge that might help me. You should tell me things.
Isn't that the Mass Effect way?
Pretty much.
I think that's their whole relationship with Liara. Hey, we just brought you on the ship. Go into my mind, please.
That wasn't my whole relationship with Liara, if you know what I mean.
As in,
Did you have?
As
Did you get her some candy?
yeah, no, that was exactly what I did. Yeah.
Both of them
That
involved
sounds
in
like
incessant
fun.
poking.
Okay, to be fair, conviction to his own private vengeance. I mean, that's a legitimate cause, right? I mean, I think that's a cool thing to have. Like, there's nothing wrong with that,
Nothing
right,
wrong with some
guys?
good old vengeance.
Yeah, he's Batman on steroids.
And an alien.
So
With
Batman,
Dextro Aminio.
steroids, alien, got it.
Sounds like as good as
Yeah.
I also
think
love
you just
this, it's
described
like-
Sinestro, actually.
I love that part because it's like CSEC is so useless all of the time. So it's like he was going to get information from CSEC. That was 3 days ago. He's probably still there. Oh,
Just imagine Bailey in his office. Oh, get that fucking Turian out of
And now,
here.
now we finally get to hear some Hollith,
Finally.
which is nice. So, what was your whole process when you were auditioning for Hollith? Like, how did you view him?
I didn't audition for Hollith.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you get the role? All right. Mark was basically
Yeah.
like, I need another character. Wait, I really like this character. Hey, Austin, you're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff now.
Yeah, I auditioned for everybody except for Hollith. And he said, okay, you're going to be Hollith. Originally, he was going to have like 2 lines, but he's going to have like 500. So have fun.
And you two, I actually really like your chemistry in this scene. Like, you and Rina work really well together.
And we weren't even in the same room.
Yeah, it's not for this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
None of
not
us
for this
were. We
one.
weren't even in the same state. Well, we were.
Don't spoil.
I was gonna say,
Sounded like steam escaping.
Oh my.
Didn't some of the cast record together?
Later on they did, but
Later
not
on,
in the
okay.
beginning.
Okay. See, I'm
Yeah.
always the lone wolf who just records my lines solo.
No, Molly.
know.
I'm the lone wolf, but I actually just decided to get up and go to the studio.
How hard
You're
is it to
the-
record on the back of a motorcycle?
It's really hard,
You
actually.
would be surprised. You get good at it after a while.
But there's a technique to it
There
because
really
it's the whole
is.
balance thing and making sure your hands are on the handlebars, revving while you're speaking.
A whole-
and with
You have to
your
make
toes.
sure that you're
body-sized pop
vibrating in
filter.
sync with the motorcycle. So
The
you know,
noise
you don't hear
cancellation is a
yourself going,
bit of a bitch. You know, it's a bit of a
naturally,
bitch. But once
I love how excited she was. She's like, I want to see the engine room, please. Oh my god. It's like she's going to like a amusement park.
it's a little bit Kaylee from Firefly.
Well, for her, that is an amusement park.
Yeah. So
Oh wait.
here comes Mr. Narrator person.
Here comes
from-
the announcer.
Yes. Yeah, announcer. would be more appropriate.
asshole.
So here's a funny story about the announcer. I was not supposed to be the announcer. Mark totally had
No.
somebody else. Mark totally had somebody else lined up to play it. But when the episode was ready to be produced and sent out, he still couldn't get the lines for the announcer. So he was like, "Hey, Ed, just do them real quick, and if I can get them, I'll get them, and if not, no big deal, I'll get them next time." And he ended up really liking what I did, and I was like, "So does that mean I have to do it all the time?" And he's like, "Yep." But every
We are
time
all
I've done the
glad you got
announcer, it's
that
been on
gig.
it's been on a different mic. Only recently did I finally get the mic situated. Because like one time I would record in a studio, and then it'd be at home, and then back in a different studio. It's like, oh jeez.
But now we got the studio, so we can do it all in one microphone.
Yeah.
It's good.
So Austin, this was the one piece of music you did not compose, correct?
There's two in this episode I didn't compose. Yeah, there's one earlier where they're on the bridge of the Carowin that Mark did. It's called Heading Out. It's the one that has the. But this Mark did this one. This one's called No Turning Back, and it's based on Suicide Mission.
Which I think is really cool that you and Mark basically are able to do all of the music yourself, and even though it's inspired by other stuff, it's completely original.
Yeah.
The entire soundtrack is completely original.
Oh yeah.
Which I know we try to tout that, but I don't know if a lot of people realize, because it sounds like it should be in the game.
Yeah, and I have a lot of fun with it. Like whenever I'm like trying to write something based on Mass Effect, I listen to Mass Effect music, and I'm just like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what song I'm gonna base this on.
Well, and that guys, I'm unfortunately gonna have to inform you, is the end of episode 1. I hope you guys have enjoyed the commentary. We did our best to entertain you guys. Definitely stay tuned for more commentary from more of the episodes, and we'll catch all of y'all later.
Peace.